I learned a long time ago you can't listen to anything anybody says on social media. So, I positivity or negativity, like it's nice to see everybody being positive on social media, but sometimes if they're positive, great. Eh.
People pretend to be like positive and happy all the time because they are on social media, and so that's what they want to portray, so they don't really show when they're having a bad day or something like that.
Like toxic positivity to oneself, it's like a reassuring statement, but it's also like a backhanded insult to yourself. So like even though you're being positive, you're still not acknowledging that like what you're just saying is toxic. Like it's not actually supportive of your mental health. And like same thing to others. Like it's still toxic even though it's a positive statement.
I would say that toxic positivity is where you're positive to the point that you put others before yourself. So you're toxic with your positivity.
Maybe you're too positive to a point where it just doesn't help the situation and you're not thinking about anyone else being affected by the situation.
How many hours a day do you spend on social media?
1 to 3.
According to my iPhone, my daily average on my phone is 3 hours and 59 minutes, which is really 4 hours. And 52 minutes of that is spent on Instagram, 50 minutes is spent on TikTok, 40 minutes spent on listening to music, 15 on Snapchat, and the rest is just between messages, my planner app, and GroupMe.
I probably spend about 5 to 6 hours a day total on social media.
I have a lot of people, I'm in the fashion lifestyle kind of industry, so a lot of people post like what they do every day and like never really show. I'm in school and I'm also a part-time worker, so it's hard to do that plus content creation. So I see in like my industry, people don't really post like, hey, I'm at work, or hey, I'm at school. So they only show like their fashion stuff, and I'm like, okay, so am I actually like putting my all into this if I have other duties and stuff to do? So that's how I see it in my industry.
Okay.
It almost seems like the lives people are living on social media are what is expected the lives of others to be, even though what is displayed on social media isn't necessarily true.
Currently on an Instagram break. So I take breaks and mental health like days just for myself, so that way I can make sure that I am like kind of bubbly on Instagram, but I also post like when I'm having a bad day and what possibly helps me whenever I'm having those mental days and situations like that. So I just kind of like share what I'm going through, and hopefully other people are going through that as well. So a lot of people think that influencers are like have all this money or do all these things and not actually working, but people don't see like, you know, behind the scenes and setting up the tripod, camera settings, being looked at in public, and all the locals staring at you while you take your pictures, or reaching out to brands. People are just like, oh, you're just posting picture, like move on, but it's actually a lot more behind the scenes that a lot of people don't see.